Mary, right? Oh, good, good, good. Well, we are part of the Frozen Chosen. So for those of you who aren't from Wisconsin, I'd like to tell you a little bit about what our state is all about. We have 4 seasons in Wisconsin. Almost winter, winter, still winter, and road construction. There are people who live in Wisconsin who can never escape winter unless they move away, because they live in the community of winter. There really is a community of winter. Are you from there? Cabin 5 miles from winter, so I'm not lying. As much as I miss my home state, you can take the girl out of Wisconsin, but you can't take Wisconsin out of the girl. Mm-hmm. I am delighted to be living here in the Villages. My partner Rick and I used to live on the historic side. Some people call it the prehistoric side. We upgraded, and now we live in Springdale on the north side of the Villages. I am pleased to be here and out of the ice and cold and snow and dreariness of Wisconsin. There is so much to love about the Villages. First of all, people have normal names. Mary, Donna, Judy, Kathy. There aren't Tiffany's and Brittany's and Chloe's and Kylie's. We have Jim's and Bob's and Gary's and John's. We don't have Jackson's and Jared's and Colton's and Connor's. Maybe in about 20 or 30 years. Or maybe they're already down south. It's hard to know. Another thing I like about the Villages is there are so many activities. How many of you have ever played the game of pétanque? Oh, we got a couple of hands. Okay. The way I describe pétanque is bocce ball meets horseshoes meets shot put. It's a fabulous game for those of us like me who have absolutely no athletic ability whatsoever, except maybe to walk 50 feet up and down the court. The game is played with 2 other players. It's a co-ed team. And each of the players has 2 steel balls that they use in the game, about the size of a baseball and the weight of a shot put. The object of the game is to toss your ball and get closest to the smaller target ball. So that's the way it's like bocce, but instead of rolling your ball like you do with bocce, you toss it like you would with horseshoes. It's a great game, and it's the only time you can openly admire a man's balls. And the women have a pair too. One nice thing about the game, since you're playing with a team, is if your ball is kind of close to the target ball, you can always say to your teammates, "Knock me up." Fortunately, we are all of the age where there isn't any consequence to being knocked up. Now they tell me that the game of pétanque comes from France. I don't buy that. I believe the game came from outer space. Superman brought it to this planet. After all, who would have balls of steel but the man of steel? Another thing I love about the Villages is all of the music. You have it 365 at the squares. You have it in the restaurants. You have it in your club meetings. You have it here at Peace, Love, and Ukulele. But let's not forget our Friday night organ recitals. You know, when we all get together and talk about our gallbladders, our hearts, our livers. And speaking of ukuleles, yes, I just got my ukulele as a Christmas present from my guy. I did have a choice between a ukulele and a guitar, but I chose the ukulele because I didn't want to string the guitar along. I will be taking lessons starting on Wednesday, and I found out from my partner that the lessons cost twice as much as the ukulele. One last thing I'd like to mention about what I love about the Villages is ways that we can improve ourselves. And one way we can improve ourselves is through physical activity. So I found the perfect class that would help me with my resolution this year to get in shape, and that was water aerobics. I bent, I gyrated, I twisted, I jumped up and down. But by the time I got my swimsuit on, the class was over. Thank you so much.